So you want to build a troll defense? Okay. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here, and we are talking arena defense today. Yes, this is actually a question that I get asked very often. What should I set for my arena defense? But I've also gotten this question of how do I build a troll arena defense quite frequently. So I figured today's about the time that we should make a video on it. And, I did a lot, surprisingly, a lot of prep work for this video. But the fact is, I accidentally used a different troll defense than what I intended for the video. So let's talk about it. Shrek always says that ogres are like onions, many layers, okay? And that's the same thing here with arena defenses. There are many layers of trickery that you need to have in order to be successful with your arena defenses. So, first things first, let's come over and see what I have set as my arena defenses. I accidentally fell down to gold 2. I didn't put in enough time, and, whatever. The fact is, I fell down to gold 2, so I need to promote. So today, I set my defenses for Tag Team Arena. For most of us, our tag team or our arena defense is going to be the same as our arena offense. One of your arena offense teams, maybe with some slight changes, that should just be your defense. And I recommend that a lot, okay? Once you get a large roster, you can start thinking about specific arena defenses, okay? The goal is not to really dig too deep into that. The goal is to focus on troll defenses today because that's fun and interesting. But here are my normal arena defenses. These are teams that I use as my arena offense. And then this third one here, I use this team, but then usually I use Candrafon instead of Rotos. Yeah, I think Rotos is better on defense, but Candrafon also great, okay? Now let's head over to Arena and see what my arena defense is. And it made me smile this morning when I saw this. So let's take a look. It's just Leo. Leo is my only defense. And I think that people just get tricked in thinking this is going to be an easy fight. There's only one champion. Let me just get it. Except when you come in here and look, I've gotten a bunch of victories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victories. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defeats. So we're like 40%. We're like 40% wins on my one-man defense. Okay? Let me talk about some other troll defenses that I have been very pleased with. Okay? The first one is you have to get people to attack you. And so you need to seem like an easy target. So I had this team set for a while, and this was the team I was planning on showcasing for the video. It was Arbiter and Yumiko, Molly, and then this is the best. And then freaking Mithrala. Oh my goodness. Mithrala as a nuke. Okay, I did a whole video on nuke Mithrala. It was a ton of fun. Please go check that out if you're interested in that video. But this team had an incredibly high win rate. It was crazy. So let's go ahead and set this in here. 250,000 team power, which is like a little bit, okay? I wouldn't say it's a crazy amount, but like pretty high for a speed team. But it does not appear like this team can kill you, okay? Except Mithrala is built for damage, okay? And so one of the concepts of a troll defense is building a champion for damage that is unexpected. Okay. Now, I have actually changed this build. In a super secret video coming soon on the channel, I needed her to be a lot faster than what her build was before. I had her at like 4,000 something defense, 270 crit damage, and like 550 accuracy or something in that video. But like legit, she has good multipliers. She can do good damage on both skills. Like her A1, shocking damage here. But anyway, so she's still built a little bit for damage, but I don't know. I just need to like, once I do these videos, then I need to re-gear her. But I might still keep crit rate gloves on her because she can do good damage. But like, I think I want to get like an accuracy chest back on there, etc. You know, make her more survivable, all these things. So anyway, one of the main ways you can build a troll defense is by building a surprising champion for damage, okay? Some champions that are great at that, obviously Mithrala here, but another one that I've seen a lot is, actually, did I throw her in the vault? No. Is actually Valkyrie. Now, I must have stolen a shield for another build, probably another video. So let's see if we can throw something back on here real quick and make this build work. That's pretty close. That would definitely do it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. That's fine. Okay, so then you're looking at total stats of something like this. Now, I wouldn't say that this is a lot of crit damage. Oh, right, because I didn't get any on there. Okay, I mean, that's fine too. But let's go ahead and level this to 16 so you get a better example. Okay, cool. So, basically, Valkyrie, normally known as a defensive champion, can actually do a lot of damage, okay? Now, I wouldn't say this build is great. I'm shocked at how low the crit damage is here, 207. Like, that's not where I had it before. I'm guessing I pulled gear. But anyway, I am not attempting to build Valkyrie as a troll defense. So, but she can be built that way, okay? And there are plenty of champions that can be built that way, okay? Another great example of building a troll defense is putting random people in stone skin that you might not necessarily expect. One of my favorite champions to put in stone skin is actually Madame Saris. I have been absolutely loving this build, but then again, I have pretty decent stats on her. I recently built a similar build on a takeover that I was doing. So this is definitely a viable build for your account as well. This isn't limited to just, you know, support champions here with the stone skin idea, but it is dependent on what type of stone skin gear you have. If you don't have damaging stone skin gear, then you can't throw that on a random rag ash as an example, okay? But if you throw it on a random rag ash, then that might take some people by storm. It might surprise some people that they were not expecting rag ash to be in stone skin, okay? Another example of a champion that I would like to test for damage is actually Ursuga, or Warcaller. I was going to say Warcaller. I don't know why. Warcalling or Warcaller. But anyway, I think she could actually fill this role pretty well because her base HP is pretty decent and it scales well. I have obviously not built her for damage here. I still have her in my bolster build, you know, with like crazy HP, right? But I think that she could do a lot of damage, so that's one thing that I want to test, okay? If you have used a surprising champion in a damage build, please post that in the comments below. I would love to hear those stories. Another really common troll defense is if you have Manaya and Coronar. You can put them together as a defense, but that's pretty common to see now, and most of the time when people see that, they just ignore it, okay? And last but not least, last year, around this time, I had a really funny accidental troll defense, and that was using the very underappreciated and needs a buff immediately, Ursine Ice Crusher. Okay? And you might be saying, why? Why would you ever use this champion? Well, he actually has a sweet passive. Decreases the damage all allies receive from critical hits by 15%. Okay? Now, this actually allowed me to get a ridiculous amount of wins, okay? It was a Christmas-themed defense, so it was Cernic, 2 Ice Crushers, and I remember the last champion. And guess you would never guess who was built for damage in that video. It was Rain Beast. Okay. Rain Beast, surprisingly good damage dealer. Go check out, I did a nuke video on Rain Beast as well. Check that out if you want a good time. But that was a great arena defense. That was on my previous account, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, it was a very high win percentage, okay? Now, I don't need to drag you out with story time here, but I will say there's a lot of potential for wins in Arena. There's, Arena defense is maybe the least talked about subject in the game, or one of them. Because it's really hard to show that or see that. Like, we can't come in here and see, like, my arena defense fighting against other teams, right? We can't see that, okay? We can see here, this guy had the same idea as me. Shout out to that guy. And it's hard, too, because a lot of the arena defenses, those fights take a little bit longer, okay? But if you come in here, you can test whatever you want. Spoilers. Come back to the channel, subscribe for that video. You can come back and use whatever you want, but a lot of times those arena defense fights take a lot longer. So it's not great for video content, and it's kind of difficult to do those videos. But if you want a dedicated arena defense video, let me know that in the comments below. Let me know what successful arena defenses you are running, and I will see you guys in the next video. Shout out to my dude Xerxes. Yes, I see you. All right, thank you. Have a great day, and like the video, obviously, because you liked it. See you later.